Hello, good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone the world you all are. It's your Blue Archive Gacha Whale, beginner artist, self-proclaimed, and your boy, Tosanyo. Welcome to the art stream. For today I will be drawing VTuber fan art, and today it's gonna be from Herb, Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame, how you may call her as well. And I think like will be my second time drawing her. I think like somewhere in the next week it's like hair special day, and I guess I wanna draw something for that as well. Since she's like wielding a big sword, like a great sword, I think like maybe I wanna try to draw that, I guess. If you don't really know what to expect like of my art style, like what I will draw, you have like on the left side some examples, and it's like what you can expect there. So let me see, what can I do here? And she's wielding a sword, you know, like a really big one. It's like better for slashing than like stabbing, right? I could draw like in a silly and dumb way. I mean, she's a comedian after all as well. Likes to play around with her voice, which is like pretty cool. But I like cool sword poses. It's like a hunk of like metal she's like wielding. A big hunk. It looks like a Monado sword, like from Xenoblade. But doesn't have like any of those mechanics. It just looks like cool, I guess. Really big. I haven't really got to play Xenoblade, must like say. But I own the game. Just like when you start committing, you know, like with JRPGs, it will take like a long while to like finish that. And for like streaming, I don't know if it's like worth it, you know, since it is like way too long. Like if you play like on your own, like on your own time, like doing your game sessions, it's like fine, I suppose, but Like for streaming, it's like pretty hard. It's gonna be like several 11-hour streams. And I don't know like a lot of streamer who like did that. Like JP Sphere, VTuber wise, I know like Patra Sama did that. So like a lot of thumbnails, a lot of reuses as well. But it seems like that she quite enjoyed that. Like thinking about something super dumb. When like drawing that. You know, usually like when you wield a big sword that looks like that, you do like something cool and badass with that. But I kinda like want to make it like look silly, I guess. You wield it with two hands, not with one. Can I close that? No. To be honest, what if I'll make her like wield it with one hand? Make like this one a little bit smaller for that. Normally you can't wield such a gigantic sword with one, but what if? Then this gigantic thing, right? I think if I do it right, like the composition would like do something there. Let me see, canvas size. Let's do the manipulate the width. They like something about this. It felt like a small body. I don't know, like if I can make it much longer. Make it like proud. Transform. What can I do about the background? Probably gonna copy a face in there and put in the background, or maybe like some color cluster, I don't know. But okay. This wall will be complicated if I like plan to draw properly. Let's focus entirely on the face. I remember when I watched like the debut of like Hololive Advent, they sure were like special, like in how they appeared. They got like announced during like one of the Holofests, I think like in one of the Englishest ones. Wasn't like there, but it came like afterwards. The trailers got like shared on social media, right? And they have like animated trailers, their own group song, and it was like kind of a cool entry there, but pretty unexpected as well. Like usually every 2 years there was like, okay, a new gen for like EN, since like after Myth it took like 2 years until they added like something like Iris and then like Council, right? I was like thinking, okay, after those 2 years there came like Advent, then Justice should also take 2 years, but came like 1 year afterwards. Which is also like kind of fitting, you know, lore-wise. This is like Justice, and it took them 1 year to like notice, oh, those prisoners, they escaped, now we have to chase them, or something like that. But, you know, like looking at the recent events, maybe there's like more to it, that they, you know, that it was like a lot more faster with like gaining new members, like with putting out a new gen or something like that, since there were like a lot of, since you know, like 2024 and like now this year we have like VTubers leaving, right? Why we lose like some cool group dynamics like Ame Same, right? We obtain like things like Autofister. I would like say that VTubing, you know, this is basically like streaming, a subgenre of streaming, but it is still like a field that is unexplored. A job field, right? It's pretty new. While there are like disagreements, issues, you know, like when you want to run a new business model or like a you know, a model for like a new job. Let's say mangakas also like it was like a new thing, you know. You can like do it solo, you can have assistants, for example, but it needs like trial and error to like see what's like the right and wrong approach there, and what is like, you know, what brings more money, what is like more morally correct for everyone, so that people don't burn out, right? Like for jobs, for example, like actual work fields, let's say not like streamer, but you have to put in your like your power, you know, physical work in there, and you have to like ensure that there's like work safety and everything, that there are like insurances and all of that stuff. And there are like jobs that don't have like those kind of safety and insurance, you know, and then you have like your red flags. But so far, looking at Hololive, they are still like doing pretty good in this kind of terms. I still like think it's like one of the best, or it's still like the best company to apply for. There's also like things like V-Shoujo, you know, but you only get there like in one or like very specific ways, you know. You can apply for it, but you kind of have to like have something on resume, you know, like something really specific before they can like, okay, we consider you, know, or oh yeah, you can come in. V-Shoujo is pretty much like a retirement home for like VTubers. It's like kind of like the meme, but it's like interesting to see that with the VTuber sphere there, and like what new kind of people it brings in. Like Elizabeth is like pretty refreshing there as well. Like her debut stream, I can't remember that clearly. It's like maybe like the only one thing I like watched with full attention, you know. But like everything afterwards, it's like more of a clip thing, or like what I see like from the outside, since I don't have much time. But I do acknowledge everyone's existence there and what they bring to it. And Elizabeth is like pretty based. Like she supports the boys, the bros, the Holo Stars, you know. And this is like pretty cool and memorable. So how can I run away where you can like say, yeah, this is Elizabeth, I recognize her. She has like pretty long hair. She has like this freaking long ahoge. Her hair, how long is it? Up to her knee. Holy crap, it's freaking long. Yeah, I guess. Like for us swords women, this like kind of but you know, if you go like for anime kind of design, the aesthetics are like more important than like the functionality. It has to look good. Like if you go like for more functionality, it looks like pretty boring. Like I do like, for example, like from Crimson Ruse, like how educated he is like with those kind of things. Like Vespa was like really educated in like those things as well. You could like say he was pretty much a nerd in those kind of fields, you know, like that more reach is better when he was like the one who advocated for spears, you know. And yeah, I agree. I'm also like the spear. I would like wield a spear instead of a sword. Even though a sword looks cooler, but yeah. What the hell did I do there? Do I draw the sword? Let's see. What does it look like? Sketchy. Oh, there's even a weight scale on that thing. Cool. Okay. How? There's this thing, okay. Nandako, yeah. Let's rotate that reference sheet. It goes down here. Holy crap. this, and this. I could just simplify it, you know. So it goes like this somewhat. And then it meets somewhere at here. This is freaking big, but I tried like a little bit smaller. Okay. Oh yeah, in terms of like functionality and how it looks like in a character design. I remember like something with Giga's kind of design. One of the new designs looks like that she's more like a rogue or from a D&D kind of campaign, and Ruse has somewhat like in this newer outfit like the same kind of vibes, but even though it looks like functional and everything, it I must like say as a character design, it's kind of like, let's say like it's solid, but it's like nothing amazing, you know, nothing too memorable. So I do like see that like the flashiness, you know, even though functionality wise it's like kind of like like the looks have to like, you know, be somewhat there. They're like comedians rather than like actual badasses. But man, the lore, you know, the animation trailer, they were like introduced as badasses, like Gigi's with her fist, you know, and then there's like Cecilia as the elegant one, just like from the vibes from the trailers, you know. But when if you actually meet them, they're like really much like you see like their charming personalities, you know. Like more of the funny side, more of like the entertaining kind of side, you know. Nothing too edgy and badass. I like wonder if there will be ever a gen who like keeps this kind of momentum, you know, until at some point they decide to like, you know what, let's pretend, let's like drop that pretension, you know, that we're like cool and badass, you know, at a certain point. Let's say like in a collab when it's like Advent vs Justice, for example, you know, like something like that. That they actually like show how much of failures there can be, what, you know, like girl failures, and when they the supposed good people, you know, they throw really hard against like the supposed the opposed party, yes. And then yeah, you can have like those dynamics. And oh, I thought you were about to make serious. I thought you were about to catch us. What's happening there? And then we weren't like serious yet. Let's use our full power now. Then okay, I'm waiting, and then yeah, no, so that you have like those kind of bits. Like this kind of potential, you know. But to be honest, it takes like a lot of organization and maybe a little bit of scripting, you know. Organization in terms of that you like speak with the other group, you know, and then hey, when are we gonna do this, you know, coordinate with each other. I think like the Minecraft thing, what was it called? No, anyway, something. This was like, yeah, enigmatic recollection, Enreco, right? There they had like, they like got like the chance to like talk it out with each other, you know, like the Jonathan, like with a G, right? This kind of plots, and like the Pearl. To be honest, because there were like so many perspectives, I didn't really got time to like, well, I didn't really get to watch it, but there's like a recap there, and I guess I will like check it out from there. But a lot of people like enjoyed that, and then yeah, the Jonathan Vergy, such a chat, and got like a happy ending with that. I'm sure like the talents had like their fun. There was also like a scan that Fauna was running there. Fauna Mart. And sure sounds like wild, creative, and also like, yeah, something I would like to watch as well. Sure, there's like the usual scuffedness as well with like those events, but to be honest, this is like pretty charming there. Like those kind of group efforts. Even like something normal, just like a regular Minecraft collab, like let's say like the first Minecraft collab, like amongst Myth, they were like digging a tunnel like for almost the entire stream. And this was kind of like interesting to see. It was just only from one perspective, like from Gura's one. That was like interesting for sure. She like was on the server one time, then okay, here I'm gonna build Atlantis, and then the other members spawned like in the next Minecraft stream, like when they did the collab. They had like different spawn points, and then they had to like each like you know, get each other together, and then travel together, and then oh I did my base around there, let's go to this direction. Then instead of like just normally walking there, they were like, okay, let's build a tunnel, and then there's like this long ass tunnel there, and I call it like the Satsudan tunnel, the yapping tunnel. Every time they like go there with their minecart, we have like about 3-5 minutes of like you know, opportunity to like yap. But they have like the opportunity to yap, let's say that. Hello Weasel, welcome to the art stream. I'm currently trying Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame from Hololive English Justice. I mean, you can Google that, I think, what it does mean. Because it's not really related, I'm not really spending time with answering that. I have like chat rules. I'm not making like really, I don't really want to make too many exceptions. I was like not thinking too much of like difficulties in like drawing, but some characters have like crazy designs. Sometimes I draw like more than one character and then it takes like time. Usually sometime, you know, like when I start the stream and be like, okay, you can expect this and that, and the stream is gonna be that long, I overestimate myself, since I know like my top speed is like about 2 hours, you know, and then I want to like to keep it like pretty short so that I have like more free time. I don't know like if this will take 2 hours, since the sword has like crazy amount of detail. I could like simplify it. I think like I will. Just work with what I have already drawn there. Hello Kirby, welcome to the art stream. I'm trying Herb right now. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's a German name. Yeah, pretty much. What's the difficult part of drawing Ellie? The sword? I guess it's the sword, but also for my case, you know, if I want to draw characters, I want to make them look good, you know. And it's like not my first time drawing Elizabeth. It's not my first time drawing Herb. But I kind of find it difficult. I think I found it difficult, like, to make her look good. Like her character design, you know, like if she has like a spot open, then she has like the flame, you know, like her fire's like blue and everything. There are like some cool aspects in there. You have like a freaking great sword. You have like red hair, and then you have the blue flame aspect, kind of, you know. Like in anime there are like a lot of cool red-haired sword fighters, you know, that are like female, like Shana from Shakugan no Shana. We have like Eris from Mushoku Tensei, and there are a lot of clones in this aspect there as well, with like red-haired swords women. And I think like, yeah, Herb is inspired from that as well, you know. But making it look good, like as a fan artist, is gonna be hard. I mean, like the character designer did like great work, and if you like look into her streams, you know, her starting screen is freaking cool, freaking amazing. It's like a work of art. I could like look at it forever. But you know, if it comes like to actually drawing her, how do you make her look like great, you know? I'm simplifying here, so I guess it's gonna be a little bit faster than like what other artists like have to struggle with, but yeah, what do I do here? Oh gosh. Yeah, this is Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame, in short Herb, from Hololive Justice. Hololive is like a group of VTubers, like that are like organized, managed by Cover Corporation. So VTuber, you know? This is like a subgenre of streaming. So where you like not stream like as your flesh maker, you know, like as a human, but you stream like with an avatar. And she's like a VTuber. She streams. If you look into her streams, her starting screen, you know, like please wait a moment, the stream's about to start, you know, those kind of waiting screens. Gamers call it loading screen. You have like amazing visuals, like with character design, like that's like animated as well, and you just like see the beauty of like her character design like that. Can't really show it to you. I think like if I'm like in the middle of like drawing, but she's like basically their front view has like the great sword in front of her, like resting in her hands, like, you know, and yeah. And you have like this animated process of like how the flames are like the sparks and everything are like flying. And I guess like in marketing process and like the visualization, presentation, they did like a fantastic job. But if I'm like about to draw her, I feel like, oh gosh, how do I make it look cool? Hello Meg, welcome to the art stream. I'm drawing up right now. Welcome, welcome. Or like Iron Mouse type. I mean, that's like basically VTuber. Like, not, we can call it Iron Mouse, we can call it the Gorgura, whatever, but it's like basically VTubing, you know. There's like a term for it. And yeah, would be cool to use that you use those terms so that there's like no confusion. I feel like it's difficult to make a chibi look cool. I mean, the goal is not to make it look cool for myself, but, you know, make it like look convincing, acceptable, you know, enough that I'm like happy with it. And if I'm happy with it, other people will probably too. Sometimes there are like phases where I myself am like not really happy with what I draw, but other people like it, you know. Which is good and bad. But usually, if you want to do something, then your mental state is important, you know. If you do something but you hate it, you know, it's like not a good combination, even if you're like a master in like doing that. Like, let's say you're like the best baker in the world, but you actually don't want to bake bread, you know, want to make bread. You want to be like a you know, a pilot or whatever, but you're just like way too goated in like you know, making the dough, right? And yeah, there's like also this dilemma. If you at least feel somewhat happy with what you are like doing right now, cool, but if not, it's like so I like try to do my best and like making like good enough too, or at least like acceptable. And I'm not really responding to like things that are unrelated to like streams. There's like one thing I rather not reply to. Nice try though. Like they're like chat rules. If it's like related to stream, okay, why not? But just because I'm German, I don't like yeah. I'm not really like responding to everything that's related to it. Nah. There are people here who like tune in for this art, I think. They see like, okay, that's up your drawing. I want like to see the process, you know, like how it's gonna be finished, and talking about politics in the meantime, you know, I don't feel like this is a good call. Some people don't want like to listen to politics. Art streams are like usually like pretty chill, like wherever like tune in. Or they can be funny. I don't want to be political, you know? I don't want to go into a stream and someone's like ranting about some issue I don't care about. And I trust that you, chat, can also like behave and like see those kind of things. I think I don't have a problem with that as well when like art streams usually are like pretty silent. Like when it's usually like the one guy drawing, like, you know, if I go like in Japanese art streams, the artists usually don't talk that much, or like not talking at all. There are like some animators there as well, and the only way they're like replying is like via chatting, you know. And be like, hey, hello, welcome to the stream. And it's like a way to communicate. But if I'm like writing, you know, I use it only to communicate. I'm not like adding a big amount of like emojis in there, or like you know, trying to express myself. I don't really do that when I like type. Like write on like via social media, you know, like any messenger app, even like via tweets, but like with posts, you know, I have to do schedules and everything. To be honest, it's like all for me communication. Be like, I'm going to be there in 30 minutes. See you there. I will come a bit later, my train had a delay. You have time around Sunday? Let's meet up at this time. It's like pretty monotonous when I like write things. Sometimes I'm like able to read the emotions like from, you know, like text and everything, but it's like hard for me like to like see, to like determine are they like joking with me, or are they like serious, you know. It's like one thing I don't really like enjoy about reading someone's text messages, you know. Like I pretty much appreciate how the Americans like are when they communicate in person to person, you know, that they're like very honest, you know, and if they have an issue with something, then they say it directly out loud. Like in Europe, like Brits, Germans, for example, they don't really say straight out when they have like issue with you, you know. Like they be like you know, when they like write a letter, they don't write like dear Tosan, you know, they just like say hello Tosa, you know, or like sincerely, they leave that also out, for example, and then it's like you know, you have to like read between the lines. It's just like, you know, they didn't wrote this, they didn't wrote that. Do they have some beef with me, you know? But, you know, and it's like kind of like, I don't really like that. And if like one of the Americans are like there, then they're like, if they don't like you, they say like, okay, you asshole, you know, and they're like directly going to the swear words, and I'm like in the clear with them, you know, that there is like something wrong. But to be honest, like when things are like shifting from offline to online meta, like with communication, you know, like from speech to like text, it's like, you know, everyone is like difficult. Like the clearance is like what I enjoy more, like the honesty. Of course you can have issues with each other, but if it's clear, then it's like solvable. If it's unclear, yeah, you have like those misunderstandings, and those misunderstandings can like lead to like war or whatever. And if we think about war, then yeah, the country where I come from is pretty much like example. Guy wants to go to art school, did not accept it, and then yeah, he became like something. But sometimes you can't help but like not say it out loud, like what do you have on issues. It's like pretty complicated. Like maybe you don't trust the other person, you know, and then you can't like speak out really. Or they're like something you are not allowed to say, or you can't say because you're like in a certain position, you know. Like if there's some influence, you know, that can like affect or like influence thousands of people, then your words have like a lot of weight, right? And if you say like really wrong things, like in the heat of the moment, this can like lead to bad things. Like PR, you know, like you need like kind of good PR training at this point. Or maybe just like common sense, but you know, when's appropriate, when's not appropriate. I'm not perfect too, I must like say. But I do my best. And usually when I'm like in other people's chats, I just shut up. If you don't do anything, you don't do mistakes, they say in German. Okay, how do I do this? I don't know, holy crap. This is not... Like, let's say it's not ugly, but it's just like the expose it. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. This was... yeah, this was the dynamic I was like thinking of. But where is it? Gosh. Okay. This is the rough body shape, body thing. And then you have the other feet there, and the one hand there. Gosh. Let's play around with the hair. Let's let it sway to one side, I guess. Need to be more... It's just art, but you kind of have to like make sure that's like 3D, three-dimensional. You know, like it's two-dimensional, but you kind of have to give it some effects that it looks like as if it's alive or whatever. Yeah, gosh. But this sword is too static. Maybe like the angle, the perspective is like not good enough. Gosh. Art is hard. I think I can like, with the flames, I can exaggerate it. Like with the sword, let's work around with the arm, with the sword arm. Can't like oversize that thing. Yeah, I guess it needs line art at this point. Okay. Not my first time drawing her. When like Advent debuted, I drew them all. And in one of those collabs they had, my artwork was there to see. And was kind of like nice. I kind of like felt happy when they like commented what I like drew. It was like one sentence, two sentences, you know, but it was like cool in any case. The one thing that carried it was like the group composition, pretty much. You know, I draw like something cute, silly, derpy, you know, like silly derpy, but somehow cute. A monster, what for a monster, you know, and like in any ways this looks like kind of out of place. It's just kind of upsetting that there's like, okay, you have like, oh look at this small little girl, she waves like a freaking long great sword or whatever, like with one hand, and yeah. I mean, there's me. And there are like some other past art streams where I like drew my bros. Ah well. But if you remember, I do art streams, I rotate like with like every character, with like every VTuber there from Holo Pro, like Hololive and Holo Stars, you know. And my goal is like in general like to try every one of them. So it's inevitable like with you know, with the bros as well. You are a guy? No, I'm not a guy. I'm actually a girl, you know. This is my actual voice, and I just use a voice changer so that I sound like a guy, you know. And that's the thing. So sorry to disappoint you. Any case, let me see what I can do there. Okay, the length of that is pretty long. Yeah, I guess I need line art. It's around here, then I'm gonna extend her feet around there. Like Herb can also draw what I like saw there. I mean, the debut art is like one thing, but you know, like when Aqua, for example, graduated, Herb also did like some kind of send-off artwork, you know, and the way she colors, the way like she uses colors, her art style in general, it is really beautiful, really well made. I would like to say she's better than me. I mean, she's a talent, a multi-talent. Like her voice control is like amazing. The range she has acquired is amazing. Can draw, can voice act, he can sing, you know. He's a decent entertainer as well. They got like a powerhouse with her. A queen, basically. My favorite is Gun. Yeah, I know. At least she will be Gun. She's not Gun yet, but she's still there. For a while. But we saw it like a long time coming. There were like a lot of, you know, hints, like with the absence and everything. Hiatuses like a lot in the past 2 years. But yeah, at least you have me. I don't plan to go anytime soon. Even though it's like pretty scuffed with my setups at times. You know, it's like there to gain experience, to learn everything. And I do enjoy the process. And that I have like something to do like during the week. sometimes they're like struggles, problems, sometimes not caused by myself, but to be honest, it helps me like grow. And sometimes knowing that I don't do it also for myself, you know, but there are like people waiting, it gives me like a motivation. To be honest, nothing what I expected first, you know. I'm like alone, like fine when I can do things alone and I do it for myself. But when there's someone on the other side of the screen who's like tuning in, you know, like maybe live or maybe like afterwards, you know, VOD wise, it's like kind of nice, you know. And like understanding this kind of perspective, you know, what I heard like often from like Ame, like from my Oshis, from the streamers I like watch, VTubers I watch, they say like things like that. I hear about that, I don't necessarily understand it, but I guess now I can, you know. And it's like, yeah, I guess that's like the reason why they like to do it, you know, and because they have like someone like that, there's this special connection there. It's like kind of interesting, you know, that technology came like far enough that we can communicate with people even though they're like not next to us. Like with telephones, there was like, okay, one big step forward, you know, and then like those kind of webcam thingies, streaming, you know, it was like for the starters only like via video format, you know, and then this is like a way you can send your message, but with the time, you know, with like live streams, like in television for example, you know, like not only via television but actually like via PC, that this freaking thing got like strong enough to do that. Home PCs even, like, you know, those that are like designed for like households. This is like amazing. This is amazing. I think like around the time where we have like Skype is like that nowadays, but you know, there wasn't anything like streaming yet, I think. Like around those times, I think like PewDiePie was like active, had his like let's plays, like his uploads and everything, and oh gosh. But the old days, you know, were like enjoyable as well, like as a consumer. Watching movies and everything. I think like somewhere in the midst of the 2010 era, streaming started to become a thing. I think like around the point where Etika was active. You know, there was like YouTube's live streaming. Around this time it was like nothing too big YouTube, you know? It was like Twitch that was like the bigger thing with like live streaming. I think I had like the belief that like YouTube can be like great, and he was like pretty much the gem for like YouTube live streaming. He had like a saying of like no Twitch inward no bitch n-word, and then like no fake switch n-word, right? That he has like this kind of principle that he doesn't do like Twitch, and he doesn't like you know, have like girls around him and everything, you know. And stays like to this kind of codex, and you know that he doesn't like submit, go the easy route, you know, but stays like to his what he like sweared on. And he did really well, to be honest. But when you have like a career that like pros and cons, and he couldn't handle it. And it led like to a sad ending. With Gura, when you're like a streamer, you know, you're like aware that a lot of eyes will be on you. And I think like she wanted to be like build it up slowly, you know, that you have that gradual growth, that you get like used to it, I think, time by time, like from time to time. But she exploded like, you know, she was like, when she came, she was pretty much like a bomb, you know, that exploded right away and captured the heads of many. And we forget like that she's not like the kind of girl that is like, you know, savage, that can like be say like pretty badass things, you know, even though she looks so cute. We forget that she's like actually like a more timid and shy nature, and you know, this is like nothing she really aimed for, you know. But she got it anyways, and she's pretty much suffering from success, you know, that she has like so many people watching her, and there's like a lot of pressure with that as well. It's not like, you know, like with Gerard where he like worked hard for his 100k, you know, like his play button, you know. It's like not slowly and steady, but it just comes like so sudden, and you don't have like time to process like everything, and and like you know, appreciate it. You can like still have time to appreciate it, even like when things go fast. But yeah, she wanted to have like a little more slower approach there, more peaceful, more, no, since she's like from this timid nature. And there were like a lot of expectations as well, you know. And when things are like getting big, yeah. I'm not really sure, like, you know, like back in the days it was like really sad, like when the graduations came, because there was like the uncertainty that we will never see them again. But nowadays it's like, yeah, it's like the fear of that and everything, the sadness is like a lot less. But will she like continue to do streaming, you know? Will she continue to do that? I don't really know about that, about this, if I'm like honest. Maybe she will reparent, like go to make a new account, you know, and tries like to do it like smaller, but she has like, she's like pretty much the face of VTubing. She's like the LeBrons of like VTubing, right? She's like if you know like about VTubing, then she's like the most famous one, everything, you know. The biggest one. If you don't know her, okay, also understandable, but yeah, if you're like into streaming, if you like enjoy that, or like as a as one who does that or who like watches that, it's kind of like education at this point. But yeah, what did I wanted to say? I forgot. But you know, when she doesn't want that attention, I'm like not sure if she like will stream again. Like in the beginning, she had like no streaming experience, you know, she just does like those video uploads, like habits like every now and then. Like before she became Gorgora. But now, you know, there were like a lot of reasons for her to go. A lot of reasons. Like speculations. Not only one or like, so. Could be because of money, you know. Could be because of the perms. So, only a few. There's also like, okay, disagreement with management. It could be because she was absent, you know, for several times. That disagreement came, or they could be the cause of disagreement, you know, who knows. It's like kind of good that it's like vague. What's like more important is, yeah, as someone who's like a fan, who's an enjoyer of them, it's like, for me, like myself, I'm like more with the individual, you know, like that I like care more about the people rather than like the brand name or whatever, right? I don't think like it goes like in this direction where Hololive is like a black sheep company or whatever, you know. I still like think they're like still like among the best ones. Like if you want like to apply as a corporate VTuber, then they're like the #1 choice. But it's like if you want to be a streamer, you know, and like want to go like with things more chill, then maybe that's like not the place, and I guess. You can like do that as indie, I suppose, even though things will be more difficult that way. But you know, if you want to go out there and make a name, they're like that. This is like pretty much the best place to help you with that. It's like a give and take, since it becomes like, yeah, it's changed. To be honest, I don't really dislike what they became, you know. But yeah, I hope like for that the girls are like happy with what they do, and for the future as well. I could like also say it about the boys, you know, like from Holostars there were like some gradations as well, and no proper send-off, you know, no proper send-off. It's like also a thing I'm like thinking about. But yeah, it's like a lot of we don't know, I don't know. Yeah, I will need line art for that one. Nan da så ja. I think like one of the few times I really struggled with like character designs of like VTuber, you know, like drawing fan art, was like with Iris. The last time I really struggled was like with Iris. Like also red hair and everything, but you know, like red-haired anime girls, it's like hard to like make them stand out. But man, the way Iris was like drawn, it's kind of criminal to the fan artists. Sometimes like wonder how Retro Sensei did that, but he did release like a character sheet and like with a little bit of like a guide on how to draw her hair. So this was like kind of like okay, helpful. But man, still like the pain and how many people like did like their dang messages, you know, like the artists, that they're like there laying in front of like their graphic tablet or like any drawing tool. They seem to be dead, and then you look like at what they on the paper or like the screen, and then it's like you know, the name of like who was responsible of that, you know, the dying message. Like I imagine. It was her. It was her. She brought me down to misery. But like with the newer designs and everything, you know, not designs but like outfits, they're like, there's like easier way to draw her. There are also options of like her having a, you know, where she looks like the girl from Metamorphosis, right? You know, you have like easier ways to like, you know, like to draw them. There's like more variety, not only the one right answer. And Justice already got the New Year's outfits, right? Yeah. Like the kimono and everything. So there's also like another option. Also like cool and nice. But with fan arts, you don't necessarily have to draw all design one by one, you know. You can like give them other hairstyle, okay? Or you make like, oh, I drew her, but like in Joshikose, JK form, like as a Japanese schoolgirl, you know. Or you draw them like in, let's say like clothing from like other anime series, you know. Like Herb could be like, yeah, the next anime sword boy, whatever. Actually, she could nail that. Like her voice range is crazy. Like her impression of like, you know, like trying to do Shinri's voice is also like amazing. She has like her limits and everything, but it's still amazing, you know, what she's like capable of. And you can train your voice, so maybe there's like more you can do. Like the voice is like a fantastic toy, a music instrument. And there are like a lot of possibilities. To be honest, maybe I don't need line art. If I can make like things here clean enough. Maybe I don't need it. Oh man, Shion, Mimei and Gura. Should I draw something to them next week? Technically, I should draw all of them before. I could do one more. To be honest, like, since I've drawn Gura, for example, it has been like 2-3 years. Like the peak of like Hololive. Like Gura reached 4 million, then they had like their anniversary there, 3rd anniversary. This was like you know, this one anniversary where it was like VR 360, you know? They were like in the 3D VR chat kind of models, but the point of view, you know, you could like just put on the VR headset and then like look around. And this was like really nice. I think like I want to rewatch that. And yeah. But there's also the usual stuff with that kind of setup, you know, like if you want to do karaoke, like group karaoke, then there's the delay, of course. And they're like all from different points of the like places from the earth, you know, like we know like Kiara's like from Europe, the one is like in Japan, and the rest are like somewhere in the West, you know, and then like trying to get a stable internet connection that you can like communicate with each other like fluently is hard, because this also gets streamed, you know, and then yeah, your router will like burn and everything to like make sure that you have like a really smooth connection. This is like a struggle. But I had like, yeah, and these are like all different kind of people, all from different kind of places. And German internet, for example, pretty bad. I think like in America it's like pretty good. Japan, I think it's okay, it's good. But if you combine like the distance and then like the different qualities, then you have like difficulties, of course. Oh yeah, and with Holo Justice, we have a EU branch. Yeah. She's from Great Exardia, this girl here. Bo'oawa'a. You see me boy? Mate? I can't do the accent really. I know how it sounds like, but I can't imitate it. Maybe because I don't really like to speak in a way where you can't understand me. To be honest, I just need to add something in the background, and then it's like more balanced and everything. Like line art wise, it doesn't look too bad. Like if I just leave it like that, no color, doesn't look bad already. I want to color it, of course. When did I start it? Yeah, it's almost 2 hours. No, not bad actually. When I heard like about the news of like Gogura, this is like when I woke up. I was like making my breakfast and everything. When I saw like important announcement from Gogura, I was like, oh no, it can only be one thing. But I was like hoping maybe she will be affiliate because she's such a big name. She's like, you know, if you think about English VTubing, you think about Gogura and everything. She is like, you know, just the face of it. She's like so big. But then yeah, it was a creation. It was like, oh man. Oh man. But yeah, there will be like some time left before she actually goes. So I'm looking forward to that. Like what has she prepared for us? I think like those kind of things took also time to like actually do. Like Aqua, for example, she did a freaking lot. Like a lot of covers. Then like crew projects, collabs, you know. Then like with the finale, with like the you know, like 3D 3D live. And it had like about 747k at max, like on live viewers, concurrent viewers. Coco's were like around 421. I wonder what number can yeah, Shark Girl reach? Like how much will it be? She has like 4 million, she has like reached the pretty much the peak. She's like the one with the biggest numbers among like the VTubers. But to be honest, if she didn't stop 3 years ago, she could have gone further and further. But you know, there's like what she said, she's like a shy, timid girl, she doesn't want too much attention, you know. And when she's like streaming, she feels like more comfortable like doing a member stream when not too many are like watching, right? Like her streams concurrent viewers wise are like about 200k or like something, 20k, 50k, I don't know, but it's like a freaking lot. I noticed like around the time they got like they were like active, like, you know, 2020 when everything started, it like surpassed all the usual numbers I'm like used to, like with Hololive, with watching Hololive. It was like maybe like, okay, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, with Pico it's like usually 24k or something, 30k, whatever. But Gura is like, you know, like if you watch at her CCV, concurrent viewers, it's like abnormal. It's like usually what you see like in debuts, you know, like those many concurrent viewers, especially events. So yeah, back then I was like thinking pretty much in numbers, but nowadays it's like for me more the vibes that are like important, and like the ideas, creativity, you know. Same toko, same koko, kokoro. In my kokoro, in your kokoro. Hello, Panta, welcome to the art stream. I'm trying up from Hololive English Justice. Welcome, welcome. I'm like currently yapping, you know. I was like thinking about recent events and talking about that. Usually I yap when I like draw, but sometimes I do shut up and and be like you. Usual artist streamer who's just like calm, not talking too much, you know, and where you can like relax, I guess. But sometimes I do yap, and sometimes I do disagree, and then I'm like, no, I don't want to talk to about this. I'm gonna shut up. I think it's good enough. Actually, I don't need line arts if the sketches already look good enough. But what can I do for the background? Let me see. I did draw Sami-chan. That's so old. It's so old. But I could draw her next week. Maybe with Mimei2 and Shion. You know, like, I don't really know where she... No, actually no. She said like somewhere, I think somewhere in the beginning, 2020, 2021, that she likes Shion. Maybe her favorite. Someone said that also Aqua was her favorite. Don't really know where it was. But you know, Aqua's gone, Shion will graduate. Then for Sami-chan also, you know, I will go too. Could also be that. But to be honest, you know, don't want to spread misinformation. This is just like with Shion, I know. With Aqua, I'm not really sure, you know. If you want to yap about that, whatever, it's like fine to do it here. Just don't bring it outside. Don't doom post there, you know. And respect like the talents, like you know, be nice to them. Okay, what do I do around regarding that? Let me sketch something. Let me use a really thick skin, thick one, I guess. It's like flames and everything, right? It could look badass and everything if I center all of the action like around her, like with flames, you know. Whatever. Now I will think. I will think about something. Let's do like the colors on herb first, and then I do the background after. What's the skin color? Let's start with coloring. I don't think it will be over for Hololive, to be honest. But it will like feel different without Gura in there. Like in 2 weeks. Oh, also 2 weeks? Like it's like roughly 2 weeks. At the end of like the beginning of May. Yeah, actually it's fitting. A lot of people, like I for myself have like, there's like a holiday. Kinda neat that I'm able to watch her there without any interruption. When the day came, like when Aqua, you know, like had a final day, it was during my work. It was during work time. I kinda watched during work time, but this wasn't optimal. Was not optimal. I'm like glad that I didn't got into trouble, you know, but I wanted to witness the final moments. I had to like rewatch it again, but it didn't like it didn't like had the same impact anymore. Like people got sad, holy crap. But I didn't feel that sad at that moment. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be hard. Not hard, but it will take its time. There's so many spots. I don't know where was it. Okay, where I had to do the color for the hair. Where did I do for clothes? There's so many details. Holy crap. I do like her entrance, Elizabeth's entrance, like how she introduced herself. I can't quite remember it anymore, but she starts with the Ojo Summer Love, right? Oh ho 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 ho! I don't know how that started. Something like, roses are red, the color of my fire is blue. I am Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame. Yeah, it must look more majestic, right? Oh ho 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 ho! And then, roses are red. The color of my fire is blue. I am Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame, or something like that. And I think like she was also addressed as queen, everything, you know. Your words, my command, my queen, something like that. And very dedicated, really kind of good. And she's like, okay, you know, she's pretty based. When like, you know, the listeners have like girlfriend or boyfriend, you know that they're like not single and that they can have their own happy life, but then no, as a knight I had to remain pure and untainted for my queen, and something like that. I saw like some clips here and there, and it's pretty much cool to like to see where they go here and there after the debut. Like the debut is like always is something what I always will watch. There are like some in my circle after like thanks to playing Blue Archive, you know, that they know about, you know, like they say like, oh, this girl is my waifu, but they actually don't watch any debut streams, or like they don't know much about the other ones, you know, just like surface level knowledge, and it's just like, hey, yeah, you know, you're not a true fan if you if you don't really know much about them. But yeah, whatever, actually, like it doesn't matter how you support them, you know, but the support is like there anyways, like with watching them, leaving a subscription, like maybe comment, you know, this is like the bare minimum you can do, and it's like good enough. It's like appreciated if you can do more. Like I feel like, yeah, if you like a self-proclaimed fame, do more. But to be honest, who cares, right? Like how much you do. Like if you do something, if you do your part in your way, it's like acceptable. It's like good enough. Bare minimum. And yeah, I guess like this is my kind of approach there as well, like when I when I myself and like supporting others. Clips are really helpful, to be honest. You can't like watch every single stream. I love how easily you can control her voice. Yeah, I've never seen that before. It's like really fantastic what she does there. Like you know, like the bits where she did like a singing, right? And then the hand puppets of like Harley and Kiara would show up, and she would like basically voice them like live, and it was like kind of amazing. Like she sounded really much like Kiara in that moment. And the voice is like your best asset as like a streamer. Especially if you're like a VTuber. Your voice is like your most important asset. With like Mume, it's like really sad, you know, that her main issue is like her voice. I'm pretty sure, you know, that you feel like a little bit left out and like envious of like, you know, the others who can like do whatever they can with their voice, but you have to like to sit out because of like health issues, and it's like, oh, I want to do too, but I can't, you know, which is also like sad. I mean, like, I know that, for example, like Polka, Polka's like can like control her voice pretty well too. She has like quite the range. I mean, she even like did the voice acting in like the game Little Witch No Beta, right? And she like played the role pretty well. They all like played the role really well, like Little Witch No Beta. Fubuki really like sounded like Fubuki there, like with her role. I think like Noelle, this was like kind of surprising, like how badass she can like sound in a moment. With like Polka, it was not really noticeable. It sounded like Polka. That was like her. The specialty like in voice acting is like that you boop, sound like a different person. Not like a usual speaking voice, talking voice. So yeah, with that, voice packs of Elizabeth, they sure are like more worth, I think. At least like when you buy like voice packs of hers, you know like it's worth the money. Because she's like so good at that. In a sense, maybe I'm gonna do that, actually buy her voice packs. Like if she can like, you know like that she will deliver. He does deliver. I think I should need to, yeah, I guess I should watch more of her gaming streams. Like, I watched a little bit of her playing Undertale, and how she does like Papyrus was like really funny to like see. She's pretty consistent like with her voice output, like what voices she gives like to the brothers, like to everyone like general there. And she can sound like Nerissa, yes, also I like noticed. Hi darling, you know, she does like that. I kinda forgot like how Nerissa started, like, you know, with her greeting. But yeah, actually it's like the hi darling. And she does the imitation, it's like holy crap, you know. I feel like Nerissa is like talking with me, but it's only you here. Usually when I'm like in a voice chat, I don't necessarily look who's like talking right now, you know? And like when someone's like streaming right now, and when Herb is like popping right in, and when she does like her voice imitations, you know? Like she's going to be imposter, and yeah. I mean, Kanata is like also like the same kind of boat that she does those kind of bits. But yeah, it's fantastic. You can like do so much with this toy, like with your voice, you know. It's a tool, but you can do so much with that. Also known as the Scarlet Queen, Harbinger of Justice. Lovely to see you, lovely. Oh yeah, awesome. Also known as the Scarlet Queen, Harbinger of Justice. Lovely to see you. To see you, lovely. Right. Fantastic. In any case, hello, highly flammable man. Welcome to the art stream. I'm trying up right now. Welcome. The thing like the swords, I don't draw like every detail. Like I'm simplifying it. At some point I gave up there. I'm like trying every kind of circle here and there, but it's like recognizable that's her sword. Like if it's like convincing enough, I did a good job. For that style, fawn looks good. Thank you. while while they are like pretty cool and badass, you know, like from their style here, like looking at the character design and everything, like great sword, you're like red-haired, you know, you have the blue flame with that like flame aesthetics while you're wielding like such a anime-ish great sword. I sometimes like think they're comedians, right? Do something dumb with that concept. And so I shall draw them like in this kind of way I perceive them, or like how many people perceive them. Not necessarily like idols, you know, who do like the singing, dancing, but they're comedians. They're like just like those little gremlins of full of chaos and, you know, harboring of chaos. I love it every single time when Cecilia, for example, is like, you know, she does like the most horrendous thing when she's like, "For justice!" Like, in a sense, they are like chaos. And Herb sometimes gives me these vibes. She's like, she seems like, for me, like, yeah, she is mature and everything, but everyone has like their dumb sides. Sometimes they do want to be like silly. Like, everyone has that. Elizabeth looks like she could take an army, but her personality just wants to sing and eat the orange slice with her friends. Yeah. Looks can really like deceive. You sure have like the impressions and certain vibes you can get from seeing her usually. But in reality, you know, like the way they look like and the way they behave is not always like consistent. But sometimes there's like the charm of that, you know, that you don't like people don't seem like what they appear at first. When if you learn more about them personally, then it's like more some things you can appreciate. I do love this. She's one of my Oshis. Fantastic choice. She is mega based. And I do see like when people like appreciate her and have her as their favorite. Like watching her debut was like enough for me and like some of her Twitter interactions, but every now and then something in the algorithm pops in and then I see more of her tweets or like maybe like clips, whatever, and it's like all good, I must like say. I do enjoy that she interacts with the boys. Like usually like some girls are like careful. Shiori in that sense, I like her too, you know. But even if they don't attack with the boys, but they do like other commendable things, it's like, yeah. No hate. I do love them all. While it's kind of like sad, you know, with like Gura going, I do think like those kind of debuts, you know, like getting in like more members, was like kind of like to counteract that. Like, what was that? Like, we lost Fauna, Chloe's affiliate. Then around the end of this month, in the beginning of next month, we have like Gura, Mume, Fauna. I guess it makes sense that like Justice came so fast. It was like necessary to bring them in here. Above and below. I love that like Liz loves to sing. Liz debut was awesome, yeah. Of course we have to mention her voice. She's amazing. Her voice control is like... holy crap. Like how does she do that, you know? Like in the... like... you know, in the middle of singing. Like voice acting as well. Like she just sounded like Kiara at that moment. Like the Kali impression was good, but the Kiara impression was like, holy crap. It was like, you know, oh, I love how your hair looks like everything. And here. She has like really some stage presence. Like if she becomes 3D, I look forward to what will she bring. Idle burnout is a real thing. This is why Kelly, my other Oshi, will be around until she dies from exhaustion. The key impression was on point. Yeah, Kali. Kali is really strong. Also a good Oshi choice, to be honest. She is based. They are based. But to be honest, whatever like talent like you choose, you have like I would like say that your taste is like good anyways. I'm not there to judge. Though. All of the idols are wonderful, but most people grab onto one or two. As you said, it is personal taste. Now everyone, I mean like I love like how much variety there is like in Hololive nowadays. Like maybe you don't like vibe with like the original JP gens, you know, but when you vibe like with Kali, for example, or like one more, right? I heard like someone was like, oh, I don't really like the cutesy anime girl-ish kind of thing. So like something like Kali was a refreshment. I wish like there's someone who does more the review kind of thing. It's like more savage, badass, and maybe like, oh, did you heard about Kyoko? She does like this kind of things, you know. And there's, regardless of like how much of a normie or whatever you are, there's at least someone, there's at least like one that is like potentially your favorite there. And it's like sure a good thing that with that you have also like a lot of combinations and like with that like bits here and there, like Autofist does like something interesting. I've been following Kali since she was someone else. Ah yeah, it's an open secret, actually like everybody knows, but you know, like some people do not know and then we keep like quiet. Really commendable. To be honest, I didn't know like for a while when someone spoiled that to me without like me asking, you know, and I was like, ah, bro. Oh yeah, agreement there. Something away from the cuteness for me as well. This is why I like the screaming duck. Everyone likes Gigi. Yeah. Yeah, Gigi. The chaos, the Kremlin, you know. I look like, you know, she's like drawn by one of my favorite Blue Archive fan artists. And this artist can like draw, you know, those characters pretty well, like cute and everything. And then, oh, she has like fantastic character design, but you know, I was like expecting, okay, you know, she looks like this, but how is she actually? And then, you know, she's not the typical anime girl. She's like, yeah, this gremlin, this little bundle of energy. It's like, holy crap. Yeah. Screaming duck? Oh, I was like Screaming duck. It's Shuba Shuba. Oh my! I also like remember that. She's like a wonderful Tsukumi, like in those kind of, you know, like this kind of Japanese stand-up comedy composition, you know? There's like one idiot and she's like the straight man, right? And man, I love her. Well, Subaru is actually super cute, I must like say. Like whenever I watch her, I feel like, yeah, I'm like in good hands when I'm with her. If you're like one of those ancient people, you know, maybe you remember like her ASMR stream, like her that she did ASMR in general, right? And like how this came out. I'm like someone who likes to listen to ASMR. I don't know like when exactly this awakened in me, like the love for that, but Subaru's was like something. And then she would like take some kind of bottle thing and do this. And sway the bottle back and forth, whatever. You hear the sound of the voice, the sound of the waves, Sasanami, something like that. It was really funny to like see the contrast between like Choco Sensei's expertise and then like whatever she tried to do. And I do like when at like points this get like referenced every now and then. Isn't that where the Duck King thing came from? They said her ASMR sounded like she was talking like Donald Duck. Yeah, this is pretty much where it came from, I would like say. You know, sound like us. But maybe it also could be like one of her viewers, you know, who like told her that, you know, be like you know, I'm listening to a dying duck or whatever. Subaru streaming Kanade. Yeah. Hololive GTA. This was a treasure. This was like this was a gold mine for clippers. Of course, like when things are like not recent anymore, clips of that are like more rare, but still like a gold mine, like you can discover so much. Yeah, she like misread the name of Tanigo, read like Yago. Like with kanjis you have like this kind of thing sometimes that you just don't read it right. Could also be Luna. But yeah, actually when they say that, it was like her. She did like a lot there. And I also like the Gap Moe, you know, like with her, like... No, like even without her being an idol and singing, she's cute, like her personality, but she sounds like Donald Duck and everything, and like you know, she has like this duck kind of voice. But when she starts like to do like her idol things, like singing everything, she turns into a swan, and it's like, yeah, I love her. She has this idol energy, and it's really cute to see like her, you know, like interact like with other people, like maybe like with the stand-up comedy or, you know, actual care. She's a good person to have around. Like when I see that she interacts with like gen mates or like Ui Sensei or like whatever, whoever there is, she's like collabs. There's like a good balance there. I love every single POV from the GTA event. I would love it too. There's language barrier though, or you have only 2 eyes, 1 mind, right? The clips are like really helpful for that. Like the clippers are like heroes there. Fubuki was like her point of view was like nice. Now she's like the hospital director, right? And there were like a lot of artworks where she's like spreading out her arms, right? Like with this fox mask. Ina's peanuts. This little car there, or the bit that Mume did with Toa and Ayame, you know, like some kanjis that are like printed on the car. That was like hentai, but Toa was like, oh, that means aitai. No, I miss you. Like even though there's a little bit of language barrier and you can't like speak the language as fluently, you know, they're still like can still communicate and like be funny. It's like amazing. Like they have like those abilities. They the scouts, the headhunters who like have chosen the girls, they're amazing. Usually, when you... Okay, actually let me read chat first before I continue there. Loud Duck is wonderful, and I'm a fan of her as much as I can be watching clips that have English subtitles. I know a tiny bit of few languages, but nothing that could understand. Yeah. Headhunters are great at jobs. Like usually, this job is like pretty important, you know. That you like when you're like a workplace, it doesn't matter like how good your work is there. Like if you like feel safe with the safety, that like the work atmosphere is good, that you understand yourself with each worker there, but it needs like just one bad person and like, you know, and your whole work experience can be like ruined. And if this bad person, you know, recommends another bad person, you know, to the workplace, it can like go under. So having like someone who can assess pretty much the personality of someone and if they're a good fit and everything is like important. So like having headhunters, you know, like those scouts, whatever you might want to call them, those kind of positions are important in those kind of fragile work environments. And let's say like streaming, or like the subgenre of streaming, like VTubing, is very new. So having like their professionalism and their, like, I wonder, like, you know, they not only like choose their chosen ones, but also make sure that they go along with each other very well. Like Myth was, you know, I felt like they were perfect, like for each other. Like the bits of the Kusotori, I liked that in the early days. We had like Ame-same, sometimes like Iname, you know. At later points there was like Takomori, right? Okay, Takomori. What's that? Takanashi and Tako, right? There was like with Kiara and Ina, something like that, you know. But in general, like every group that got like together, they got like along pretty well, like with each other. Like Autofista is like there, and yeah. Like I don't know how they did that, but they did it. I myself would like find it hard as well to like to see who's a good fit with each other. Like, yeah, management there, but yeah, we are not. They're not perfect, of course. Fans are also like, I'm not perfect as well, but I have like still I don't think that it's like black sheep or anything in this direction, but as things like evolve, yeah, burnout and everything. But then there's like still so many good things I can talk about, you know. Like with Japan, like you know, like their meal sizes, right? You go like for a large pizza and you get like something smaller, you know. And then you want, okay, I gonna buy 2 large pizzas, and then they're like, oh, hontou desu ka? So daijoubu desu ka? You know, and then I'm gonna call the manager, you know, and then yeah, if that's okay, and then no, that's fine. This is like the usual size back in our country, you know, we can eat that, and you know. Or like another, it's like sugoi, okay, damn bro, okay, go at it, you know. Even though like there are like a lot of weird things, there are like some good things as well. Like their sushi they like do, it's like pretty cheap and pretty tasty, right? Like the food they like provide there, like let's say like the domestic cuisine, and they have a lot of comfort there, like vending machines, the toilets, there's a combini, you know, it's like 24/7 open, and there's always like something in walking distance. It's like amazing there. In a sense, I must like say, even though we it has like some problems, it like some cons, there are also like pros there. But it's like hard to please everyone, of course. I must like say, like with Mume, you know, it's hard for me to vibe with her, but even though you can't like vibe with like one person, you know, they're like still more, and maybe respect is like there at the very least, because they were like chosen to be there, and then I see that more and more, you know, like she has like problems with her voice, but Elizabeth in comparison is like, you know, she is like just a powerhouse who can't like die from voice exhaustion. I like saw something similar with like Asta, you know, he did like 24/7, like at the new year, like a karaoke stream, and he went like to a doctor, you know, a little bit after that, and the doctor was like, oh, he will recover in a few days, you know. It's like, holy crap, this who's this guy, you know, he's not from this world. But yeah, it's like pretty much genetics on like who can have a good strong voice, you know, and who not. It's like something you can't really change. Yeah, Autofista's great. Kali. She works well with everyone, I think. Like, at least she has a good mindset, at the very least. In the beginning it was like, kind of like, where she got baited, you know? Into like, answering some kind of thing, you know, like the most obvious bait. And then she, like, you know, takes her L's here and there. But, you know, yeah, over time, she like matured and it got like a lot better. Like, she's so strong now. Like, regarding those, who's she getting along well with? You know, I was like watching some YouTube archive concert from Zutomayo, so like a musician in Japan, whose work also like get into anime, you know, like for anime openings, endings, you know, and I pretty like her music. And then at some point I saw like the Kali? You collab with Zutomayo? Holy crap, you know, like she's everywhere, you know. I feel like in the Japan sphere, like with some musicians, and yeah, and from the vibes there, when I like saw them there, it was like pretty wholesome. They got along, and overall it was a great show. And good for her, she puts in so much work. I don't think she sleeps. She's getting seen and deserves it. Is she a workaholic, like nowadays? But you know, if you put in the effort and there's return, I, as someone who enjoys watching her, you know, I'm happy about that. I think like the deadbeats in general are like happy about when the Oshi successes. It was kind of like funny back in the days to like see her also in Trash Taste there. Not only one time but a second time as well. And it was kind of the talk in the town, or like talk in social media, you know, like how they make that work. and like the technology, right? Like holy crap, Gigak is like not able to talk to an anime girl next to him, you know. Or like the anime man also gets like to interact like one more time like with a VTuber like in a stream or like program video. I remember like Joey the anime man got like to collab with Kizuna Ai. That was like something. It was also like interesting like to see how that worked out. But nothing like in a sense that like the VTuber is like next to you, not like via a TV screen, you know, or like some kind of screen in general, but like, you know, that they're like sitting there next to like on the other side. Of course there's the power of video editing and everything, but it was like a sight to behold, and they had like some interesting talks here and there. Oh yeah, and also Connor was like being called Kanu by Ame, right? Kali was like suggesting him to watch her. If you like those kind of toxic gamer kind of streams, maybe watch my friend there. Oh gosh. Oh man, I remember also the days where she did back Atlus to play like the Persona games, you know. I watched that stream. Like I was watching pretty much everything like in the like during 2020, maybe like 2021 as well. And now look at her. Now she can play those games, and she basically makes her own Persona songs. Like she got to like collab with the people who do the Persona music as well, and it's like amazing. Yeah, I'm sure like the deadbeats are concerned. And we're like happy that she gets like her results and you know, that there's like a return for her like work she puts in. I also understand the grind though. Like if you have momentum, you do not stop. This is also like a thing. Yeah. Like in the sense of like momentum not stopping. It's like better to like keep the momentum up, and if it stops or you're at a good enough point, you can like stop for now. I think like Doki Bird said something like that. I think like, yeah, I mean she speaks of experience, and then it's like, yeah, I guess you're right. Everyone gets to change opinions on who they are. Like I'm pretty sure they can make the name a little bit bigger, and that VTubing is not only like a little niche in like the kind of streaming genre. It will take its time. I think like it was amazing like what they did so far. Like not only like the individuals, but also like cover cop in general, you know, like they tried here and there, experimented here and there. The Dodgers, you know, like baseball. This was like kind of cool. They saw like Gura as like a mascot and everything. They a lucky charm, but now that she's gone, oh no, what are you gonna do? GG's is over. But yeah, it was like a success on like what they did there. And Yago, I remember like around the time when Justice debuted, you know, that like their kind of world tour. Actually, it's not a world tour, just like Japan and like somewhere in New York, you know, the in the stage there. That they got like their things here and there going on. But yeah, every single time you try to advance or like try to like get bigger, there's also a risk, and sometimes I hit or sometimes I miss. Similar to like what no, let's not talk about it. But yeah, you always need to try to do something new if you really want to like go for change. Like stability is like nice and everything, but change is inevitable if you really want to progress. And yeah, Hololive is going this direction, and some cannot stay there, yes. But I also take care of like mental health like lately. I don't really know like what they're doing there, but I have hopes that they can like improve. And that also like Mori, that she is like getting her chance to like calm down. I think like with the things that like coming up now, I think you're kind of like forced to like stop with the momentum and like, you know, give all of those who like go like a proper send off, right? There are some who would die on a strange hill. Sometimes that is fine, sometimes not. Context is everything. Okay, how do I do that? How do I do that now? Let me see how I can draw this. I need some background. So I think something's lost on the translation in that one. Yeah, I guess. Like yeah, sometimes there are like those kind of issues there too with TLs. We get the general gist, but if it's like JP gradation, for example, but yeah. But there's also like a really fantastic community that's also like willing to help out with like the understanding. Like some established like as good translators, clippers. Like I like the Overretai writing channel, or like Yura, also pretty good. There are surely like more, but every time I see like a clip, you know, in my timeline recommendations, I do like subscribe and yeah. That's kind of cute. Need to make it look more solid, but I think I can go with this kind of vibe. Kawaii or ne? Yeah. But you know, like it's a nice contrast. Herb is like so cool and badass, like just her character design, what she has been given and what she likes, her debut. Does have experienced Q Sing and translate the manga. Oh, Q Sing quality checking. Whatever you do good work. Like those kind of skill sets are like needed. Like when I read like fan translated manga, it's always there's like need for those people who can do something in this work field. We need a new typesetter, or we need a new translator, or whatever. It's always somewhere in the last page, or like the first page. And yeah, important. Another person was asking about that. Oh, they're going in. I think I can get to a finishing point. I wonder how does it look on stream? Yeah, okay, it looks alright. Maybe I'm gonna give it a proper line art. What can I give it? Not this one, maybe. It's first time I actually like color background like this. Let me see. Will I die here tonight? This is how some things do happen. Why dying? Is this such a hard job to do? Doing this on fan translated manga. Is this like why people just keep asking, you know, recruiting other people? Be like, we don't have enough people. They're all dying. We need more. We need more people. We need support. Medic. Medic. People are dying here left and right. I did it all in one layer. This was not good, but let's see. Not my best decision. Let's do a new layer for the lines here. Actually, I could just keep it like that, untouched. It's good enough. Yeah. Maybe just redraw those lines here. And then I think this is good enough. Give it like more solid ground. I will be honest with you, I'm trying to be alright. Just a pressed opening and maybe I get that while waiting. I see. To be honest, like the artwork is like pretty much done, I would like say. But with waiting, yeah. I guess like this can be like submitted. I can like upload that, I think like somewhere around weekends. Let's see about that. But yeah. But you know, when I'm an artist, when I like draw, sometimes I like moments I really like shut the hell up and don't do like anything else. And getting like focused with like sometimes when I get to do things, you know, like you're in the zone and then there's like nothing else going on there. I think like it would look better like with let's see. Look better without. But I like pretty much the vibes from Elizabeth. But this is like my kind of way like seeing her, or like how I'd like to draw her like right now. Like she's like this red-haired anime swordswoman and it's like cool badass at like the blue flames and everything, but you know, all I see is like, oh look at that little girl, she's with a sword, look at her, she wants to be cool, oh. You know, and yeah. Looks kind of like out of like a picture from like, how do you call it, like also a children's book, right? Like similar to like how Gibby with his 3D, you know, like how he told the story his puppies, like how he came here and like the tavern or whatever, you know, the tavern. Now that here I can like save it. Is there anything else I could like fix there? That's good enough, right? How long did that took? Less than 3 hours. Less than 3 hours. Not bad actually. Huzzah! Hello, Orange Utan. I like your name and your profile picture. Welcome. I am drawing Herb Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame from Hololive English Justice. Welcome. I think like I'm pretty much done here. I don't see, holy crap, what else I can do there, but yeah, this will be all for now. I guess, yeah, thank you all for watching. This was me drawing her. So I wish you all a nice rest of the day, evening, or good night, whatever time zone in the world you are, and with that I say bye bye.